to the channel. Today's a very special day. We have a stream brought to you by none other than HoldUp Displays. Hold up your display with HoldUp Displays. Little Sunday stream this afternoon, 1:44 p.m. Central Time, in the lovely, wait for it, HoldUp Displays gun room wall. So big shout out to HoldUp Displays for holding up this display. We actually have a secret coming up soon. I'm excited to share it with you. But for now, we will wait for customers to come in. Not customers. We're not selling anything. That was a poor choice in words for me. But viewers to come in. So once the viewers start rolling in, we can start showing you guys some things. But for now, we're just sitting in the kitty chair. It's a very small green kitty chair. You guys I don't even have to show you. You guys already know the deal. But yeah, if anybody wants to see anything in particular, I did move a couple things around. It's mostly the same from last time, but I did move a few things around so we can have a little bit more visibility. But everyone, we got 2 viewers in here and only 1 like. We're going to need that other viewer to come on and double tap that screen real quick for me. Before we can get into the action, we have a lot of cool things up on the wall for viewing pleasure. So, do you still have your CZ Scorpion? No, but I do have a Strybog over there that takes CZ Scorpion magazines. This is the Lingle Industries Strybog Scorpion lower, I guess. So it's a Scorpion lower, it's aluminum, and it takes Scorpion mags, which is really cool. And then we got the F5 MFG stock. You already know the deal. Yeah, so I don't have the Scorpion anymore, but I did keep all the Scorpion mags because eventually I wanted to get a PSA AKV, but I never got one of those. And I just got this Lingle Industries Scorpion lower, so now I can use the Scorpion mags. The only problem is I can't use the Strybog mags that I bought, so there's a trade-off. We'll go ahead and give you guys a little sneak preview. First people joining in. I do have another HoldUp Displays wall coming. I don't think I can fit it in this room. It's really not that big. I could, if I moved this safe, I could put it on this back wall here, and that may still be an option, but we'll have to move some things around. I might, yeah, I think I can, if I took this safe and moved it over up against that wall, I would have plenty of room. The only problem is some of this stuff might have to move, which would be fine because I'll have this entire wall open with a HoldUp Displays wall. What's up, everyone? It's really not that big. The room is not that big. The wall's 17 foot long, so it's pretty big, but the room itself is like 6 foot wide, so there's not a lot of room for activities in here. What has a higher velocity? 10 millimeter or 357 Magnum? I am not quite sure. It probably depends on the type of ammo that you're using. The room is nuts. Nice guns. My bad, it's a Tacoma, not a Tundra. What? AR-15 question mark. I've got a bunch of those. We have a bolt action AR-15. We have a bolt action AR-10. We have the Brownells BRN 180. BRN 180. My nose is a little stuffy. This is an AR-15. It's a Aero Precision with the Wooks furniture. Pretty cool, green anodized. We got an AR-10 that it's a small frame AR-10, 308 piston driven. We got an AR-22 from Boar Buddy. We got a HK416 clone. This is a Brownells BRN4. We got an AR-9 with the Novox Research XSD barrel. We got a Uzi. I'm getting a wood handguard for the Uzi. I'm pretty pumped about that. We got an AR-15. This is a piston-driven Adams Arms P2. We got the Commando, I guess. That's not a Commando really, is it? Well, anyway, it's a AR, not an AR pistol. It's a short-barreled rifle now, but it's a 10.5-inch 5.56 with the Meprolite M21, which is pretty cool. The Desert Tech Wolverine 308 bullpup, the real deal ACOG on there. This is a 300 blackout, piston-driven Adams Arms, 7.5-inch barrel. 1-to-5 twist barrel too, which is cool for subsonic. And we have this 20-inch AR, which is very long. I have like 3 20 inches actually, so 60 inches total of barrels. But this is like a SPR kind of rifle. We have the New Vegas service rifle, personal favorite of mine. And then we have a Colt A2 heavy barrel match target. Pretty cool, 20-inch barrel, no bayonet lug. Mamma mia. It's not really that big. It's really not that big. I mean, look how small the kiddie chair is that I was sitting in. Double barrel. Drop the location. Really small. Is them collection, they really work? Yes, they all really work. Some of them better than others. Oh, I also added the Taurus TX22s. I got a couple of those. That one's the competition version, and that one is the regular Gen 2. What's the address of the small room? Was hard to get the weld going. I didn't have to weld anything. Yo, dude, read the chat. What did I miss? Is them collection, they really work? Yes. Send your coordinates. Drop your location. Every man's dream. Holy smokes. Thank you for the answer to my question. Do you have a Viper? No. Nice guns. How many guns? There's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I already lost count. 17, 18, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Each of these hold 5, so 5, 10, 14. This is going to make it interesting. 19. 19 plus. Wait, do they hold 5 or 6? They hold 6. Never mind. Shit, I lost count. Sorry, guys. I don't know. A lot. Like, probably 60 or more. There's also some in the safes as well. And 2 crossbows. Hang on a minute. All right. I had to clear my sinuses. Any M16s? No, I don't have any M16s, but I have a M16 A1 style 20-inch barrel. Just an AR-15, really, with plastic brown furniture. Then I have a Colt A2 20-inch barrel, heavy barrel as well. Those are like close to what an M16 would be without actually being an M16. Do you have a Z-Pap? Yes, I do have a Z-Pap. It's a Z-Pap 85. It's down here. 5.56 AK with the CNC Warrior brace and J-Mac furniture. Do you have a permit for them? No, I don't need a permit. I don't need a permit for anything in here. Do you have an AK? Yeah, I have 2 AKs. I moved them right next to each other. Z-Pap 85 is a 5.56, 10-inch barrel, and then regular PSA AK with the J-Mac taper mount muzzle brake. Those just came out recently. How many guns? A lot. I'm lost count when I was counting them. This is just a second ago, but it's like over 60. And this isn't even all of them. There's still some in this big safe here. And I think there's like maybe one in there. No, there's actually like 2 or 3 in there. And then I have a bunch upstairs. What are you using as your loadout? I don't know. I really like this BRN4. That's a HK416 clone. I really like that, but it is kind of heavy. So probably this is really nice too. This Adams Arms P2 piston driven. That would be cool, coupled with probably probably the G45 or my M&P 2.0, which is upstairs. As a law-abiding citizen, I'm requesting you send me your street address. Someone please help me. Take me to America. I'm sick of Europe. Yeah, living in Europe would suck, especially if you were a fan of firearms. Unless you were in like the only like couple countries that actually allow you to have them. Well done, brother. Always ready. Second Amendment. What's up, NFA Fubba? I should have done the like request to join thing. I could have had you hop in here. We could have went band for band with the freaking guns. How many soldiers do you have in your army? I'm a one-man army. I'm 17. Can I own a gun legally? In 1 more year, you'll be able to. You helped me last time. My barrel got stuck. Oh. SHTF. What are you? I already answered that. We are using probably this Adams Arms P2 and the G45 or the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Which is your favorite and why? That's a tough one. I like all of them. I really like this BRN4 HK416 clone. And I really like this 10.5-inch Car 15. The Strybog's pretty cool as well. The New Vegas service rifle is pretty sweet. As for a favorite, I don't know. I really like that one, but it's kind of long. So if I had that in like an 11.5-inch or 12.5-inch barrel, that would be cool. Hold on, chat. Do you have an M2 carbine? No. Any MP5s? No, but I want one really bad. COD loadouts. Well, I'm way behind on the chat. That's why that guy's asking me a million times. Sorry. Show me the Uzi. All right, 1 second. Do you have a SIG P365? Yeah, that's what I carry. And it is upstairs. I'm really into guns, but my balls are stuck to the underside of my Toyota right now. So I can't make it to the sewer. I don't know what that means. You got a Glock? Yeah, I have several. Well, not several. I have like 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. I got some Glock clones over there, but they're pieces of junk. I got the Glock 45, Glock 40, and the Glock 34. And the Ruger RXM is kind of a Glock, but not. Show me the RPG. How much cash do you think that all is? I have no idea. I'm too scared to count it all up. Ready for Russia? No, I'm not worried about Russia. Any SIGs? I have a SIG M17, which is banned from being ever put in use again. I have a P365. Do you have a 45? I have a 45 caliber Thompson right there. That's a 45. I don't have any other 45s. Oh, I got some 1911s actually. The 1911s are in the safe. And I have some 9mm 1911s as well. But yeah, once I get this other hold-up displays wall, I'm going to... Oh, somebody wanted to see the Uzi. I'm going to have like all the guns on the wall because there's still probably like 10 or so in that big safe. And yeah, I got a few of them upstairs as well. All this for what? I just like collecting them, and I make gun videos on YouTube. I'm telling the ATF. Do you have a 45? Real or fake? Real, and yes, I have a 45. You don't have to keep answering or keep asking. Scar L, no. The only reason I didn't... Well, the Scar L wouldn't be that bad, but they're very expensive. Desert Eagle, yeah, I do have a Desert Eagle. It's inside this case. Hang on. Ouch. All right. I'm opening the case. I'm not touching any firearms. I'm just opening the case. The Desert Eagle's in here. Look how shiny it is. Look how shiny it is, everyone. Look how shiny it is, everyone. 50 cal. I also have the 44 Magnum barrel. I apologize, chat, if I'm super slow on this. MP5s, no. How much for the Chris Vector? Nothing's for sale, but I do have a Chris Vector. It's currently taken apart right now. I need to put it back together. You have a bazooka? No. I don't see no HKs. I do have an HK clone. This is a Brownell's BRN4 HK. HK clone anyway, HK 416 clone. Do I have a 45? Yes, I have a few 45s. Do you have a switch? No. Dude, this chat's going crazy. Hang on. Tavor TS12 semi-auto. No, I don't have one of those. The only, well, I have a couple semi-autos, but the only shotgun out right now is the Beretta 1301 Tactical, which is my favorite semi-auto shotgun. Any MP5 or clones? No. But I want one really bad. Living in NYC sucks. Yeah, I bet it does. What do you do for a living? I do work. I work for a company. He's gonna call the cops on you. Which caught the most bodies? Let me think about that. None of them, actually. Besides, like a deer. I shot a deer, but the gun that I shot a deer with is not in this room right now. Nobody needs this many guns, you're right. I think I need some more, actually. Can I get a shout out for all my brothers on Grindr? Where your... Can't say that one. The Glocks and Dracos. I don't really have a Draco. I have a ZPAP 85. Pretty close to a Draco, I guess, but not really at all, because it's a 5.56. I got a Uzi. That's pretty cool. I got a couple Glocks up there. Do you have an AK-47? Yeah, I have a PSA AK. It's pretty mediocre. Yeah, everybody needs this many guns. Do banks still give out guns in the US when you open an account? I don't know. Probably not. Which state? What year is your 9130? It's a 1942. 1942 Russian. Really good condition. Super low serial number. Like 3 digits. What's the best 9mm for women? Probably something that will fit into their hands. If you have big hands, maybe you could take a bigger gun. If you have small hands, maybe a smaller gun. I don't know. You guys. How about some XCR love? I don't have an XCR, but those are cool. I'd like to get one. The chat is going way too fast for me to keep up. What state? The United States. What's the closest I can get to a switch? Probably like an FRT. M416 doesn't exist. M4A1. I don't really have like a... Oh yeah, I do. I actually do have an M4A1. It's right under here. It's a Colt M4A1. Got it at Walmart. It's actually a Colt. I believe that's like a Knight's Armament quad rail. They used to sell those at Walmart, believe it or not. Which one world #1 assault rifles? I have no idea what that means. You into Army? No. You have a shotgun? Yes. My father-in-law is calling me. You into Army? No. You have a shotgun? Yes. Mauser 30-06 caliber bolt action rifle? I don't have one of those. M4A1? Yes. Do you have a UMP-45? No. Dad left me one just like that Uzi with the wood stock. I really like the wood stock, and guess what? I've got a wood handguard coming for it, which is going to complete the set. It's going to be really cool. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm skipping all the way down to the bottom of the chat. I feel bad if I miss anybody, but people are asking duplicate questions. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm down to the bottom of the chat now. Somebody said, remember the Marlin 336 3030 for 3? Yeah, my cousin got one of those. Now, Marlins are so expensive. Marlins are so expensive now. Do you have an SKS? No. Do you have an AUG? No. 2 Marlins down here, 336 and a 444. Do you have a 500 Smith & Western? No. Bro's got the Black Ops 6 weapon menu in his house. Crazy the Marlin. Yeah, I know. They're so expensive now. Do you have an LLC for your YouTube channel to write off your guns as a business expense? I do, actually. Which I would definitely be taking a loss every single year for the rest of my life because YouTube does not pay like hardly anything. So yeah, if you guys want to super chat, you know, I don't care. They take 40% of it anyway, 45% of it anyway, so don't super chat, actually. What's your favorite gun? I really like... Do you have an FNFAL? No, but I want one. My favorite gun has to be probably between this Car 15, this Adams Arms P2, this Brownell's BRN4 HK416 clone. A Galil would be really cool too. And a Bren 2 would also be really cool. I really like the bolt action ARs. 300 Blackout and an 8.6 Blackout from Uinta Precision or Uinta. I really like the New Vegas service rifle with a custom Vault Boy lower. Do you have a 38 special long nose extended revolver? No, I don't have any revolvers. The Yeet Cannon. Someone spotted the Yeet Cannon. I do have a Yeet Cannon M81 camo version. Special edition. No big deal. That's actually probably my favorite. Not gonna lie. High Point. I don't have a Bren 2. Do you got any MP5s? No, but I really want one. I believe I've said that 4 or 5 times now. HK416 question mark. This is a Brownell's BRN4. It's a HK416 clone. Pretty close to the real thing, but a little bit different because it takes regular AR lowers. Yeah, but do you have extra ammo? Oh, buddy, I have plenty of ammo. I got ammo for everything in this room. How you have silencers on your guns? It's illegal, question mark. No, it's not. It's actually super easy to get a silencer, especially now, and especially after January. Depends on what state you live in, because some states don't allow it. But all you have to do is buy it, fill out some paperwork, and then wait. If you get approved, you can pick it up. You pay $200 for your tax stamp. Not necessarily in that order. You have to pay the tax stamp when you submit your Form 4. But yeah, I've got like 10 suppressors, and I am waiting on 3 more at the moment. What's the most expensive gun you have? Good question. The most expensive, I'm trying to think. Probably, this is a hard one. It would have to be between the POF Revolution 308 and, wait for it, the Desert Tech Wolverine. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. My wife came to bother me. Holy crap, we have 829 people in here. Everybody double tap the screen real quick. Get the likes up. What else? I'm missing the chat. My wife distracted me. Oldest gun you have? Probably the Mosin, 1942. That's probably the oldest one, I believe. Unless some of those 22s, they're definitely not that old. So the Mosin for sure. Do you have a Glock 50? No. You got a Car 15? Yes. Sort of. It's not like a old school, but it's like an old school, new school Car 15. Was you in the Army? Because no way. No, dude, I bet anyone in the Army that's not like retired could not afford all this. Do you have an M67? I don't know what that is. I'm from Southern California, born in the South. I gotta say, I love you show and collection as well. That Uzi configuration is wild. Well, get ready. It's about to get wilder. We're getting a matching wood foregrip for it. Or it's not a foregrip, it's just a handguard. But yeah, it'll be all wood. Tommy gun? Yes, I do have a Tommy gun. It's a 16-inch barrel though, and it's semi-automatic, so it's not that cool. But it is a Tommy gun. What do you do for a living? I have a job. I don't really like to tell people what I do for a living, but I do have a job. What's your go-to if you have to do home defense? I have a SIG P365 pistol, and that's about it. I don't know. I don't really think an AR-15 should be used for home defense because over penetration, unless you live like out in the woods, it wouldn't matter, but yeah, you guys can debate me on that one. Maybe an AR-9 would be good, or depending on the type of ammo, maybe an AR would be okay. But if you're using like green tips or Full Metal Jacket, not a good idea. Are you a hunter? Yeah, I do hunting. We have this. Oh, everyone left when I said ARs shouldn't be used for home defense. Okay, whatever. High Point, any guns from World War II? Yes, the Mosin Nagant over there. You sell parts without paperwork? No, I don't sell anything. What's the most fun to actually use? Probably that AR-9 is really cool with the integrally suppressed barrel. Anything with the FRT is cool. These Taurus TX22s with the FRT, I got a couple of those. Those are really, really fun. Anything suppressed. The bullpup is hella sweet. Yeah, this is the Desert Tech Wolverine. It's a 308. Pretty cool. I don't like the handguard though. It's like really thick. And they do make an aluminum one, but it's kind of expensive. I really like these though because you can switch the barrels out and make it shoot 5.56 or 300 blackout. 1942 Mosin Nagant. I love that gun. Have one myself. Actually used by a female sniper. Oh, you sold it. Yeah, I probably won't ever sell that Mosin. I don't really shoot it that much. It's just more of a collector's piece. Most lethal gun, probably any of them. Yeah, probably any of them. Probably like a 30-06. or that 6.5 PRC. Do you have an M60? No. Just subscribed. Love the content. We have 1,000 people in here. Everyone double tap the screen, like the stream. I gotta go all the way down to the bottom of the chat. Oh, somebody super chatted. My bad. I don't know why that didn't show that to me. Do you have Mini 14? Yeah, I have 2 of those actually. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Sorry if it took me forever to get to it. Mini 14s. I have, they're kind of hard to see, but I have a stainless Mini 14. Then I have a regular Mini 14 ranch rifle, which was my first semi-auto rifle. Pretty cool, other than like a 22. What is your job? There's like a lot of drywall dust in here. It keeps getting into my orifices. Somebody said something, I'm not going to respond to it. Gen 5 G17, no, but I have a Gen 5 G34, and I have a Gen 4 G40 10 millimeter. I have a Gen 5 G45 9 millimeter. What else? Do you have a Spaz 12? No. NFA Fubba, if you look up him, he has a Spaz 12. Opinions on 5.7. I had a couple 5.7s, but I don't really like buying a bunch of like random calibers. I usually like to keep 9mm, 5.56, 308, and something else. Hang on, I gotta answer this phone. Sorry about that, guys. I had to answer the phone. My father-in-law kept blowing me up. I missed out on a bunch of the chat. Cursed Vector. Oh, what's up, Kenny? What's up, Kenny? We got the Cursed Vector. I was on the phone. I missed a bunch of the chat. If you guys have any important questions, retype them. I will get to them. Yeah, sorry, guys. I was on the phone. I missed a bunch of the chat. Was you in the army or something? No. How many total? Like over 60 for sure. Not all of them are in this room, so I don't know exactly. Do you have the DOE Colt 633? No, but I was actually just looking at that new 300 Blackout DOE, but I don't really want to spend the money on it right now. G26, no. I did have a G27, but I got rid of it. AK-47. Yeah, I have two. Well, I have one AK, and then I have a ZPAP 85. That one's just a regular PSA AK. Nothing really too crazy about it. Hold on, somebody said something. How much is the one under in front of you? Which one? I don't know. No, somebody asked too. This is not a shop. This is just like a private collection. the Taurus TX22. I've got 2 of these. One of them is a regular Gen 2. And then the other one's right here, the competition model. They both have the FRT in them. It's really fun. G22, no. I did have a G23. I actually do have a G23. It's in one of the safes though. How's your day going? Good. It's like, there's like all the drywall's unfinished in here. So I keep breathing in drywall dust. MP5, no, but I really want one. MP7, no. Do you have a Victor? I have a Vector. I have a Vector, not a Victor. Remington 870. I do have a Remington 870, but it's in one of these safes. Do you have anything that you would consider underrated? Probably. Underrated. I don't know. Probably this High Point YC9. My favorite. M14. I have a M1A, which is pretty much similar. Springfield M1A 308. Do you have anything that you consider underrated? Love the Vector. Do you have a Victor? AK-12 Tactical? No. How's your day going? Good. I'd rather be your friend than your enemy. MP5, no. See, the chat is going so fast I can't keep up with it. And if I stop and scroll, then it doesn't keep auto-scrolling. Any Shytacs? No, but I really want a Shytac M200. ARP, that's an ARP. There's a bunch of ARPs. That's an ARP, that's an ARP. That's technically an ARP, even though it's bolt action. No revolvers. I don't have any revolvers. 1911. I do have a few 1911s. 2 of them are in 45, and they're in the safe. And then these 2 are 9mm double stack Glock mags. They both take Glock mags, which is cool. And then that's a 1911, but it's a 22 TCM. Why does the Uzi have a grip? Because I'm getting actually a wood handguard for it, but the grip is cool too. The IMIK grip and the wood stock. But I really wanted like an all wood furniture, so I have a wood handguard coming for it. You got a clock 33? No, but I have a clock 34 right there. And I have, oh, I do have an M1 Garand. There's a Desert Eagle. No big deal. I do have an M1 Garand actually. It is right here. So this other hold-up displays wall that I'm getting, I'm gonna take like all of these like quote-unquote historical guns, like the US guns, and put them on that wall. I think that'll be cool. Somebody said, bro, M416, show me please, bro, M416, show me M416, please, bro, oh my gosh. Hold on, somebody else super chatted. Oh, it's Kenny. Oh, this is a good one, Kenny. If I was a gun on that wall, what would I be? Here's the M416, which is actually a Brownells BRN4. Kenny, I would have to say I don't have any Asian guns, I don't think. Probably, probably the High Point. Actually, no, Kenny. Kenny, I got something special for you in the safe. Hang on. I got something special for Kenny. And there's 2 of them, so you can take your pick. Not touching any firearms, YouTube. I'm just opening a box. There you go, Kenny. You can either choose the Beretta Tomcat or the Beretta Bobcat. I'm just joking, Kenny. Oh, actually, Kenny, I do have an Asian gun now that I think about it. This Rock Island TCM Premium. Philippines. Pretty close, though. Who makes the short M16 stock? That's Rock River Arms. The Rock River Arms entry stock. I don't like it though. My arms are too long. Kenny, this actually might. I was messing with you, Kenny. I don't even know if you're in here anymore. Oh, there was one other super chat that I missed for sure. Kenny's throwing up skulls in the chat. I definitely missed one other super chat, and I apologize for that. I don't know how to go back and look for it. Am I able to? Hold on, let me do this. All right, somebody asked, do you have a SIG SG550? No, I don't have one of those. Sorry for missing your super chat, by the way. Oh, somebody else donated. Currently on trial team for the military, not USA, for a new DMR SSR 6-Spear HK MCX or SCAR 17. I would probably go with the HK. The SIGs, I've heard mixed reviews about those. The SCAR is cool too, but it's proprietary magazines, so you're kind of limited. Even though, I mean, it would be government contract, so you could get all the mags you wanted. But yeah, I would go with the HK. HK 417. Yeah. This dude saying something about Charlie Kirk. I don't honestly never watched any Charlie Kirk videos, so I'm not like, I don't really have an opinion on everything that's going on, even though it does suck that what happened. But people trying to like get a rise out of me for saying stuff like that, it's not gonna work, and I'll just report you for hate speech or harassment. We'll give you harassment. All right, sorry, you're out of here. You're out of here, Buster. Where is the Desert Eagle? I'll show you again. It's up there. There's the light shining on it. I can't see it. I'm literally holding my phone on a tripod and like reaching up here. No 1911s. I have, oh, my flash is still on. I have a Fusion Firearms XP Pro, which is a 9mm, takes Glock mags. I have a Stealth Arms Platypus, which is a 9mm, takes Glock mags. And then I have a couple 45, one Springfield Armory and one Kimber 1911 45s. No scars, no PPSH 41. Thoughts on the Tavor 7? Never, actually, I definitely shot a Tavor at an event, but I don't know if it was the Tavor 7. But it was full auto, which was kind of cool. What's your favorite out of all of them? Oh, I'll show you. The Uzi, I really like the Uzi, but I gotta go with the High Point. I gotta go with the High Point on that one. What's your newest gun? I think it is the Strybog, I believe, or this TX22. I think that was the most recent one that I got. You don't like revolvers? I just don't have any. I really want to get a Colt Anaconda 44 Magnum, but for right now, I don't have any revolvers. Any medium-range ballistic missile launchers? That one is actually in the shop right now. I gotta open this door. There's like drywall. I keep smelling drywall dust, and it's like getting into my nose and mouth. Do you have a Scorpion or Rack 37? No and no. Where are you keeping the Iron Dome? What's up, Kenny? Me number one. Do you have any video game guns? I guess a lot of video game guns. I believe the HK 416 is in some video games. The Uzi's definitely in video games. We got the Berettas. Those are in video games. Glocks are in video games as well. That is kind of in a video game. That's the suppressed 22 from Fallout New Vegas, but it's not suppressed. The New Vegas service rifle, definitely in a video game. Mini 14, I believe, is in like PUBG, even though I haven't played PUBG. All of the like World War II, like not World War II, but you know what I mean, like the classics. M1 Garand, M1A, Thompson, Mosin. Those are all in video games. The High Point is probably in a video game mod of some kind, I would imagine. Crossbows, those are probably in The Walking Dead. I don't know. This kind of reminds me of something like off of Black Ops. That damn High Point. I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm just gonna leave it on the High Point the whole time. Your biggest snipe, probably this 6.5 PRC. We were shooting at 1,000 yards with this. A bro's illegal. Do you have an M1 Garand? Yes, it's over there. I'll show you. I'll try to show you this angle, but it's kind of hard to see because it's in this rack. But once I get this other hold-up displays wall, I'm going to put all of the like American classic guns on that one. Do you have Kalashnikov 47? Yeah, the M1 Garand, it's not all original. I did have one a few years ago. It was more than a few years ago, but that one was all numbers matching. This one is like not all numbers matching, but it's like in pretty good shape. Do you have a Beretta M4A4? No. Best gun you recommend? I don't know. Highest fire rate that you have for a SMG? Well, they're all semi-auto, so anything with the FRT is going to be pretty fast. Somebody asked something and then I missed it completely. I wanted to answer it too. What about smoke grenade? I do have a 37mm grenade launcher or flare launcher. Dallas, Texas Gun and Cooking. What's up, brother? I can't think of the original name of your channel, or maybe you have multiple channels, but I know who you are, Dallas, Texas Gun and Cooking. Do you have Kalashnikov 47? No, but I have a PSA AK. Can I play with this at an indoor airsoft? Probably not. There's the PSA AK. Nothing too special about it. Do you have a 22 long rifle pistol? Yeah, I have a few of them. I have the Taurus TX22. I have another Taurus TX22, and I have a Ruger Mark IV 22 long rifle. What's the most accurate compact rifle? Probably this, but it doesn't have a optic on it right now. That's pretty accurate. This is a 308. It's really compact though, and it's pretty accurate. Well, not as accurate as other things, but this bolt action 300 Blackout is really, really accurate. You got an Arasaka? No. Favorite FRT? It's got to be the Taurus. My favorite FRT as of yet is definitely the Taurus or the Delta Team Tactical, rare breed, whatever you want to call it now. But yeah, that one's really good. Super safeties are good too. But as far as like a actual ambi selector, everyone hates on rare breed, and I know other companies were making them, so whatever. You can't get them from anywhere else but rare breed now, so it sucks, but it's probably one of the better ones out there. Have you got a machine gun? No. What's the requirement for buying a gun from you? I don't sell any guns, so. Any gold weapons? No. I do have a chrome deagle, and that would also probably be the loudest gun, Paco Malefe. Chrome deagle's pretty loud. I don't have any gold guns, I don't think. Oh, I do actually have a gold gun, but it's upstairs. The M&P 2.0. It's gold. How long did this collection take? probably show, show the optimal red dot setup for the Vector. All right, guys. This is the optimal red dot setup for the Chris Vector. And I'll tell you why. So the Chris Vector is pinned together. It's not bolted together. It's pinned together like an AR. The problem is your top rail is not connected to the portion that the barrel is connected to. So if your top section is wobbling and your bottom section is where the barrel is, your optic is going to shift zeros. Not very much, but enough to make a difference at long ranges, even though honestly, a Chris Vector, like 25 yards and in, you're probably going to be fine. Kenny, this motherfucker is on crack, but yes, it is pinned. Yeah, it is pinned together. So there is a tiny, tiny amount of wobble. It does make a difference. But if you put the red dot on the top right there, it's going to stay in line with the barrel. It's not going to shift your zero. I've already tested it. It works great. It looks funky, but it works great. So, have you got thermal vision helmets? No. What?
I need one of my brain rots.
All right, I'll be in there in a little bit.
Okay.
Just what you see, pal. Uzi 9mm. Yeah, that is a 9mm Uzi. SBR as well. What do you? Oh man, I missed a bunch of the chat now. You have gold camo? Yeah, I do have a gold. Somebody said brain rot. Yeah, my son plays Roblox or something like that. Steal a brain rot, and I was playing it with him earlier. You have an ABC 80 gun? I don't know what that is. Send me your worst weapon. Probably this high point. AK-47. I've got a PSA AK and a ZPEP 85. Why do you have so many? Because I like them. I love them. Your dad has a nice collection of guns, bro. I am the dad, so... Don't let your son play Roblox. No such thing as a... Hold on. No such thing as machine guns or assault rifles. Could you imagine... Show us your longest range sniper. Probably this 6.5 PRC. We were shooting 1,000 yards with it a couple weeks ago. Do the ping. I can't touch the guns, or I would do the M1 Grand ping. I would never admit to having a high point. Well, I bought it for the memes, and it's just been sitting here. I did do like a torture test on it. It did not survive. I threw it, and then I put a bunch of snow and dirt in it, and it didn't survive. Biggest muzzle brake, probably this JMac X37 on the ZPEP 85. That one's pretty big. I don't think I have any bigger ones than that. Maybe a close second would probably be the Cherry Bomb XL. I don't have an AUG. Hey, 2A. What's the most awkward firearm to shoot? Honestly, probably a bullpup for me. The Jackal bullpup conversion, pretty awkward to shoot because it doesn't have ambi controls. And this one actually does have ambi controls, so it's not super awkward. A close second would be this one, just because the stock is so short. What's your most expensive gun? Probably the POF Revolution or the Desert Tech Wolverine. Those are both pretty expensive. Hold on, did I miss some super chats? Because it's saying there's... Hang on, guys. Chris Vector. I'll show you the Vector while I search for these. I love that Uzi. I'm actually getting a wood handguard for it so I can complete the set. Yeah, somebody said something about Roblox. I don't... He's on, like, the kids' version of it, so he doesn't have, like, chat. He can't chat, or people can't chat with him and stuff like that. What's the most expensive optic? Probably any of the EOTechs, I would say. I do have like a Vortex scope that was pretty expensive, but I still think it was less than the EOTech. Viet Tac gave me a really good deal on this ACOG, or otherwise that would probably be the most expensive. So probably the EOTech. Probably this EXPS3. They're like $700, I think. Oh, I have another one down here too, that tan one. I think I have like 4 EOTechs. EOTech. Kenny, spam EOTech in the chat in your accent. Gun that needs an FRT. Definitely the Vector. Definitely the Uzi. I think the Uzi with the FRT would break the internet for sure. I don't know how possible it is. The Strybog definitely needs an FRT. The Mini 14 would be cool with an FRT. Any of the pistols probably. If they could figure out an FRT for the Platypus, I would be pleased. EOTech. Uzi, yeah. If somebody could figure out a FRT for the Uzi, I would gladly test it out for you. The bolt action, if you had an FRT for the bolt action, would be pretty cool too. Do you have an AK-47? Yes. But it's just a PSA, and it's not even wood furniture, so it's kind of junky. Do you own a competition 1911? Not really. The Platypus kind of looks like it would be a competition 1911, but it's just tractor themed. Uzi is way too heavy. Yeah, I agree. They are really heavy. The KSG FRT, that would be cool. For like a Beretta 1301 FRT would be awesome as well. That would be really crazy. Can you hand up an AK-47? I can't touch any of them. You can't touch guns on live, so I just have to look at them. Would you be interested in being a brand ambassador for FFS? I don't know what that is. Give me AK-47. Bro, you don't tell me you have a launcher gun. I do, but it's upstairs. It shoots these launchers. These are like 37 millimeter flares or firework rounds. What's the AR? What's the best AR to get chambered in 5.56 at 18? Probably a lot of them. They all do about the same thing. Some of them are junkier than others. I have a ridiculous 1301 comp build that I'll send you. Yeah, let me see that. I want to do some more to my 1301, but I just haven't. Low key or high key, my favorite shotgun for sure. Do another. You guys are crazy. Forest fire launcher. Yeah, I did accidentally set a field on fire with that flare launcher. I got a cheap ATI. Damn, $250 brand new. Yeah, the ATIs are cheap. I've never used them, so I can't speak to how good they are, but you can definitely get them really cheap. MP5. No, I don't have an MP5, but I want one. NVGs. I don't have any NVGs. I'm too broke for that. I probably could afford them, but I never really want to spend that much money at once. Like, I'll buy a gun, and then I'll spend, like, the amount of money getting, like, parts for it as I would if I would buy, like, a set of binos. So, you have any Iraq weapons? No. Get NVGs. Yeah, I need to get some. I will eventually. People believing there will be a SHTF moment are the problem. There could be. I mean, look at any other country in the world. Look what's going on in the Middle East. Like, it's not crazy to think that something like that could happen here. It's less likely, but I mean, it eventually probably could happen. Just look what happened in 2020 with all the riots and stuff, like, and that was over something not even that serious. Like, for real. I do have a helmet though with a night vision mount, so eventually I could get some night vision goggles and be cool. We are Charlie. How are you allowed to accumulate so many weapons legally? Are those real? Yeah, you can buy as many guns as you want and have no repercussions. You can do whatever you want in America, as long as you live in a free state. Money talks, yeah. Getting another phone call. We'll see if I... Oh, it's just my wife. I'm not going to answer it. No, I will answer it. She probably wants me to come upstairs. Hello? Hang on, I'm... All right, guys, I just got off the phone with my wife. She left. The baby's upstairs sleeping. My 7-year-old is on patrol, so... We got the doc in here. Shout out to the doc. Somebody said something, but I forgot. I was going to respond to it, but I forgot. That's well over $100,000 worth of guns. Do you need a license to buy it? I don't think so. Probably depends on your state, but I don't think you need a license. Broke into the wrong rec room, didn't you? Trimmers. I don't know what that means, but 19X versus 45X. In what context? They're both the same thing. They're literally both the same thing besides one's freaking peanut butter. Somebody asked about the green light sites. That's yeah, that is the green light site. I am the original viral video maker of the green light sites videos. I basically put them on the map. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Jamie Davis. I don't know, is that a quote from something? Yeah, a 45 and a 19X are literally the same thing, besides the 19X is actually worse because it has a little lanyard loop and it only takes Gen 5 mags. I think you need to like switch the base plates on the magazines for something. I don't know. You can use Gen 4 mags, but you got to switch the base plates, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, 45 is way better than 19X in my opinion. Chip off the loop. Yeah. Oh, I think the magwell is a little bit different, and that's why the magazine compatibility is different. 19X was my first gun, 45 is my competition. I like the 45. This was actually my second carry gun that I got. I was carrying the Glock 27, but I got the Glock 45. I believe 2 years ago now. Yeah, the 19X has the nub you have to remove. Which model? How's the Uzi with the wood stock? Did you buy it or was it a kit? I bought the Uzi. It was semi-auto. It was a rifle, 16-inch barrel. It came with like the classic collapsible stock. And I got, well, I still have it, but it's just not on it anymore. I got the wood stock. I got the IMI K grip. And I just got the wood hand grip. And I actually am getting a wood foregrip for it as well. And that'll be in soon. Favorite guns sent for review. I really like the Adams Arms. Adams Arms, I've been a big time, long time fan of Adams Arms. I love them long time. The Bilson Arms pump action. It's a semi-auto, but still pump, forward charging pump action. What's up, Wolfman 2000? Probably between the Bilson Arms BA15 and the Adams Arms P2. I actually like the 22 TCM. That's really cool. I like the 22 TCM. I bought a bunch of ammo for it, and I haven't shot it that much. What's your best 5.56 for CQB? Probably the shortest one, which would be this one. The drywall dust is getting to me again. Oh my god, I gotta finish the drywall in this room for real. Do you like the Wooks furniture? Yeah, I really like the Wooks furniture. It's awesome. Definitely love it. I really like it with the green anodized. Pretty sweet. Worst gun sent for review. I actually don't know. Probably, and I hate to crap on Bear Creek, but I don't. It's not even here. It's at my father-in-law's. But the BC, the bufferless 9mm that they have. Soon as I got the lower, the upper, I have the upper somewhere. It's in the drawer over there actually. But as soon as I got the lower, the ejector screws immediately came loose after like 100 rounds, and the ejector fell out. So other than that, it's been good, but that is probably somebody said, how can I contact you off here? I have some prototype stuff. I have an email address in my bio. Most expensive build? Probably, I guess if you're going off of MSRP, probably this. Just because ACOG is like super expensive already, and the gun is like almost $3,000. BCA sucks in my experience. Poor service also. I did get a BCA 22, and it's not very accurate. You would think with a big heavy barrel it would be super accurate, but it's not. I'm supposed to be sighting in my guns, and I've just been sitting here. Well, you better get them sighted in. Cool guns. I can only have one illegally. He's a soldier of fortune. Do you have an SVD or SKS? No. Do you have any milled AKs? No. Can you ship to Indonesia? No. I don't sell anything. Everyone thinks this is like a gun store, which I get it. It kind of looks like one. But this is just like, if you guys were to see how freaking disgusting and cluttered my basement is. I mean, look at all this stuff. There's Legos on one corner, and then there's like a pile of stuff that I have to go through. And then the wall is like not finished. None of the drywall is finished down here. It's close to being done. It just needs to be mudded and taped and stuff. But yeah, this is my, I'll show you this real quick because I think you guys will like this. Check out my secret. Okay, once it's all done, it's going to be a lot cooler. It's going to be like a hidden bookcase door. And then I'm going to have a secret latch. It's going to be a book. It's going to be like in a random spot, but you pull the book, and the whole thing, it's a little sticky, but it'll open up. Looks super secure. Yeah, it will be. It will be pretty secure. And then like, if we ever go out of town for a long period of time, I'm obviously not going to leave everything up on the wall. That's why I have the 3 safes. So yeah. What did he say? You still have the worst part to do, sanding the drywall. Yeah, that's going to suck, and everything's going to have to get put up for that. Because, like, just on top of the safes, there's like look at all this. I got to clean all this stuff up. But there's like drywall dust everywhere, and I hate it. There's drywall dust on literally everything. Hang on a minute. And the next time you pee, you miss. Yeah, if anyone wants to come do the drywall for free, I will, I don't know. I'll do something for you. I might give you something. I might take you on an experience. All right, Kenny. Best of luck with your signing in. Good job showing the world where you hide your guns. Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of the only place somebody would be able to look, and especially with the drywall not finished, like it'd be pretty obvious that there's something back here. I'm not really worried about that. Like if somebody wants to really break in my house, they can take a chance on that. But like I said, if I'm not home, everything gets put into the 3 safes, which you're not getting out of here. So I don't care. What do you think about Radical Firearms? I've never used them, but I hear they're pretty affordable. Wait, anything for drywall? Yeah. 10K on optics? I don't know. Probably altogether, I doubt it. I mostly, like the EOTechs are the most expensive optics I have. I only have 4 of those. What's the best mini comeback to carry? I don't know what that means. I need a Uzi so bad. They are just too much. Yeah, the Uzi was really expensive. Looks like GTA 5. Where are you located for your drywall project? I'm not gonna tell the world where I live on YouTube Live. So I can do the drywall. You mental problem. You need help. Okay. Honestly, with ammo, you could support a small army. Need guys like you win SHTF. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I'm not really looking to poke the bear, honestly. I just like to shoot guns in the open fields and in the woods and stuff. Is this a store or a house? This is a house. This is not a store. What do you do with them? I make videos with them and I shoot them. You don't have a problem. I know I don't have a problem. That other person who said that has a problem. They couldn't even spell mental right. Hi, nice collection. I've subscribed. I appreciate the subscription. You will like the channel if you like the collection. That's what 200K worth of guns looks like. I don't think it's that much. If I were to add up everything based on its current value, maybe I'll do that one day. I don't know if I'll do that for a video. It'd be a lot of math just because you got to factor in like all the different accessories, like the individual grips, the magazines, like it would be an accounting nightmare, honestly. But yeah, I don't think it's $200,000 worth. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. All right, so if you say each gun is worth X amount of money and there's 60 guns, but that's not even, you can't even do that because some guns are like $3,000 and then this gun right here is worth like $150, $200. So it's not, you would almost have to do it individually and it would be a nightmare. It could be done. It would take a long time. I don't want to do it, honestly. I definitely don't want my wife finding out how much all this cost. Do you prefer EOTech red dots or LPVO? It just depends. Like on something like a short barreled rifle or an AR pistol, something with a short barrel, I like a red dot. But if you were on something like a 16-inch barrel, LPVO is better in my opinion. But I do have a red dot or a EOTech on this 16-inch barrel. And yeah, I guess it just depends on what you want to use it for. How's the TX22 competition FRT going? I haven't got to test it yet. I know multiple people who've used these and tested them and they run with the tire weights on the slide. So I'm sure it's going to run. I just haven't. I should be out at the range today actually, but I'm doing this. I think the baby just woke up. I may have to get off here. My son's running downstairs right now. Is he awake?
No, but
Oh. Yeah, bring it here.
okay.
All right, the baby's not awake. We're good. Where are the B&Ts at? I don't have any B&Ts. B&Ts are really expensive. What's up, D-Boss? Shout out to D-Boss. D-Boss Firearms. The wall's looking pretty cool. The drywall, on the other hand, is not. It needs to be finished. I've been like having to step out of the room because I keep like breathing in drywall dust. What do you do for a living? Partly YouTube and partly my regular job. Do you have an AUG? No. You know ballpark what everything cost you. I know my SCAR was roughly 6K into it, my HK. Yeah, it would take some time for me to add everything up. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. All right. Let me know if Elijah wakes up.
Okay.
GTA 5. This is GTA 6. Why you have machine gun rights, though? I don't have any machine guns. You you Americans are nuts. All this, F me. What's up, Carolina EDC Reviews? Everyone shout out to Carolina EDC Reviews. Big fan of his. We are actually getting another HoldUp Displays wall. Shout out to HoldUp Displays. It's most likely I'm going to have to move this safe and put it on this wall because I don't really want to put it outside of this room. But yeah, I'm going to move this safe probably over there if it'll fit, and I'll have to move some of those guns, which is going to be unfortunate because that's quite a bit of real estate on that side. But yeah, or I could, no, I can't move that safe over here because there's going to be a closet in this little space. So I'm torn. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But yeah. There's going to be another wall somewhere in the house. Hopefully in this room if I can get it to fit. Why don't you open a gun shop if you don't already have one? I would like to. I like to do like a home-based FFL. I just don't really know. I'm not really in the position to do it right now. But I would like to soon. And then like, as far as like a brick and mortar store, rent is too expensive. And then the gun stores around here, especially, there's like one big one that everyone goes to. And then the other one that I go to is pretty small. It's like, they definitely have more guns than in this room, but it's like, you gotta have quite a bit of money to get into the gun store business. Hang on, I gotta get a drink. Looks like you're ready for the zombie apocalypse. Hi, buddy. Start panting like a dog. I am panting like a dog. I've been talking for almost 80 minutes now, almost an hour and a half. How much does it cost to get started with HoldUp Displays? I'm not really sure. They sent this entire wall out to me, which was very gracious of them. And they definitely have, like, if you don't need an entire wall, you can get like a couple sections, like NFA Fubba, if you watch his channel or if you check his channel out. He's got like, I believe maybe 2 sections stacked on top of each other around his entire room, and then he just got the hooks. So that's an option. They actually have this really cool American flag theme that they're getting ready to send me, and it's kind of just like a standalone rectangle, which would be cool as well. I want to imitate you, but in Indonesia, it's very strict. Yeah, I used to play Fortnite with this guy from Indonesia, and he was telling me their government is very authoritarian from what I hear. Maybe that's not right. Maybe that's not the right word, but every gun in this room would destroy a woodpile. Definitely, And I believe my father-in-law was mad about the wood pile, and he doesn't want me shooting out there anymore, so I've been going to public land. Is that a Mosin? Yes, that is a Mosin. It's a 1942 Russian 3-digit serial number. Pretty cool. I wish I could like pick stuff up that's on these bottom racks, but they won't let me. What is that sight you have on that classic AR pistol? Good question. That is the Meprolite, or Me Pro Light. I believe it's pronounced Meprolite. M21 carry handle edition. They actually have these with the carry handle mounts, which is cool. I like it. Pretty unique. Pretty unique. I like it a lot. And you can co-witness with your iron sights. It doesn't really hold that steady though, I'll tell you that much. Probably a dumb question, but have you shot every gun you own? I believe so. There are a couple that I don't shoot that much. I don't think I've shot these two 22s here, this one and this one. Haven't shot those for sure. This Savage A22 Magnum, haven't shot that one. Haven't shot the M1A yet, surprisingly. I was gonna take it out. I had it all ready to go. Got to the range, forgot my ammo. Said screw it, haven't taken it back out since. This 44 Magnum Rossi, haven't shot that. Haven't shot either of these Henrys. Actually, I believe both of these Henrys are unfired, which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Both of these I've shot. Everything else, I think I've shot at least once. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. My son, instead of saying definitely, he says, like Jeffrey or something. Goofy. The M1 is your best gun. I have a fully M14. That would be cool. Can you send me ones? No. Why show guns on YouTube? Because people like to watch. People like to watch it. That's why. Look how many viewers we have in here. 252 viewers. Everyone double tap the screen. Hit the like button. Do you sell guns? No. Are you a Marine? No. How you let your kids shoot? I take them out sometimes. Most of my kids, well, not most of them, like I have a bunch, but I have 3 kids. 2 of them are both like toddlers still. So two of them are 2 and 3, and then I have a 7-year-old, which he is 7, and I took him out for youth season last year, and then this year, hopefully he wants to go again. Let's see if we can get the whole collection at one angle here. I gotta get another drink. Bro, you got an AR with the slide for zooming in and out? I did have one of those. It was an electric one. But I gave it to my father-in-law. Who won't let you pick them up? YouTube? Yeah. If you touch a gun on live stream, they'll like almost instantly yank your channel, or not your channel, but the live. They'll take the live down. So yeah, you can't touch guns on a live stream, but you can look at them, you can show them. Give me some money. I'm trying to get my LLC and silencer. How long did it take you to acquire your collection? I only have 3 of these beautiful built pieces. So I started, well, I've always been into guns. Like, my dad was never like really into guns, but he would buy guns for me when I was a kid. Not really like buy guns for me, like, oh, it was a different time back then. Like nowadays, that sounds crazy, I feel like, to some people, but I would be like, oh, like on my 15th birthday, I got that Mosin. Like for birthday and Christmas, I would get guns. So yeah. But so most of the guns I acquired just like for birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that. And then when I got my own job when I was like 21 or 22, I really started going crazy. Like most of the guns I've acquired within the past 2 or 3 years. But yeah, as far as like how long, I don't know. Probably, well, ever since, honestly, I take that back. Ever since like 2019, pretty much when I turned 18 and 21 is when I really started buying guns. But I didn't really have money until I got my job at 22. So that's when I really started, that's when I really started buying guns, when I had my own adult money. But yeah. My grandpa also, when I was a kid, like a young kid, my grandpa is the original person that got me into guns, other than like Call of Duty. Like I played Call of Duty. I wanted all the guns from Call of Duty. And yeah. But my grandpa, initially, when I was like really young, like 5 or 6, that's when I was like, he had some cool guns. He still does. He's like 80 something now, 85, I think. Actually, yeah, he'll be 85 this year. Yeah. But he's got some cool guns, and he would always like, it would be so funny looking back at it now, because me and my cousin, we would be like 6 or 7, whatever. We'd be like, hey, Gramps, can you show us the guns? And he had like 6 pistols, and he had an M1 carbine and a few other things. He would be like, all right. He would shut the door. He would make us wait outside of his room. He would shut the door. And then he'd like take 5 minutes. He'd open the door. All the guns would be laid out on the bed. And never really figured out like where he kept them, which was a good thing. Like he didn't want us knowing where he kept them. But eventually, like just a couple years ago, actually, he showed us where he kept them all those years. And it's kind of funny looking back on it now. So, yeah. Yeah. Some people think guns are great in other countries, and some people are horrified. Terminalist dude with a Fort Knox safe. Come visit Indonesia. It's a different era for sure. Yeah, definitely. I feel like now if I was a 15-year-old kid and I was saying, oh, my dad got me this gun for my birthday, like my dad bought me an AR-15 for my birthday, they would be going crazy, you know what I mean? But it was honestly like just not even like, I'm 28 now, so 13 years ago. It's not that crazy to think, but in that period of time, like so much has changed as far as like the gun culture. Keep guns out of Christian Republicans' hands. Good thing I'm not a Republican. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good video. Oh, good video, 2A Ninja. Good, lucky. Oh, you're saying you live in Tulsa? Okay. Well, I don't know what you mean by that, honestly. Do you have any launcher missile? No. I love my gun. If you want a concealed carry, I recommend the Ruger LC9. I personally have like pretty big hands for a Ruger LC9. My father-in-law has one. I've shot it before. It's kind of uncomfortable. Ryan H. Keep guns out of Christian Trump voters' hands. Guns are for everybody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you believe. The Second Amendment is for all. Even if there are bad people taking advantage of it, you still have the right. You still have the right to own a gun and protect yourself. Do you have armored plates? Yeah, I do have some level 4 plates. My plate carrier is not set up right now because I just got a bunch of new stuff for it, which I do have to do a video on that. Have you seen an FRT and a TX22? Have you seen my Instagram, 2A_ninja? Because I do have some videos on YouTube, but they're highly censored because YouTube doesn't like it. But I do have 2 of them, both with FRTs. Do you have a flamethrower? No. Martello. I just subscribed to you. Thank you very much. Please tell me you have an MCX spear. I really want one. They are expensive, though. They are expensive, but I want one. I might get one eventually. I saw this video. A bunch of people were on a roof getting chased by a bear. 2 people were killed. No one had a gun. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Do you have to oil all of those every so often? I keep them pretty oiled. I do have a dehumidifier in here, so it doesn't get like damp in here, so they don't really rust, but I keep them pretty well oiled. A lot of them I need to clean. They're super dirty. A lot of the ARs I've just shot, and some of these I've shot and just not cleaned them and just kept oiling them. So yeah, they all are due for a cleaning for sure. Do you prefer classic or modern? It just depends on what it is. I like some classic stuff and I like some modern stuff. Like your shorts videos, thank you, Crypto Billy. How many guns do you have? It's over 60, I believe. I tried to count them earlier, but I lost count. What's your oldest one? Everyone always asks. It's the Mosin Nagant, 1942. Russian, 3-digit serial number. Pretty good condition other than it's been counterbored. So, M1A is my favorite. I actually haven't shot this thing yet, which is crazy. I've had it for over a year, I think. Still haven't shot it. Do you have any GBRS stuff? It's fake, but it's a GBRS mount. It's from China. Yeah. I got an M20 or a 1923 Mosin. Oh, that's even older than mine. What's your favorite EDC? I really like the SIG P365. That's what I carry most of the time. If I'm wearing a big hoodie or something, I'll sometimes carry the Glock 34. And if I'm really just wanting to meme out, I've got an IWB holster for the Deagle. So, I mean, I've carried that a couple times, but it's really uncomfortable to carry just because it weighs like almost 4 or 5 pounds. Bet you don't have any version of the MDR. Well, actually, I do. I have the Desert Tech Wolverine 308 bullpup with the Trijicon, even though I don't really like the Trijicon. I got a good deal on it though, so I'm not complaining too much. M1A is a Garand on steroids. Yeah, if the Garand took a magazine and was 30-06, a detachable magazine anyway, it would be cool. The M1A, if it was an M14 full auto, yeah, it would be crazy. My uncle had a collection of 2,500. I had Alzheimer's, and before it was worse, he ended up giving away all his guns. Oh, he gave you an M1 carbine. That's cool. My grandpa has an M1 carbine. Bullpup. I'm scared to appendix. Honestly, I'm scared to appendix carry the P365, even though those allegedly don't have any issues, but I don't want to take a chance. I always make jokes like, oh, because I have 3 kids, I'm like, oh, I need a vasectomy anyway, but like, I do not want to take a chance on that happening. I should probably just honestly carry something else, but the SIG P365 is like the perfect size. It's not too big and it's not too small. Honestly, the Glock 45 is another good. I used to carry that actually. Let's see the platypus. There's the platypus. The M2 carbine would be awesome as well. Do you have an M4? I do. I have a Colt M4A1 from Walmart. Back when Walmart sold cool stuff. Let's see if I can get a little zoom action. Came with the ambi safety, regular like buttstock. I did change out the grip years ago. I believe this is a Knight's Armament quad rail. And then a 16-inch barrel. Pretty cool. Rhino. What's a Rhino? Oh, like a Chiappa Rhino? No, I don't have one of those. Might be cool, but they're pretty expensive for what they are. 223, 1911. Nice collection for a father of 3. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty huge collection when they're ready to inherit it, I would imagine. Or their kids are ready to inherit it. I don't know. There's a 1911. There's a 1911. I have more 1911s, but they're in the safe in here. I have a Kimber 1911 and a Springfield Armory 1911. I hacked your sister's YouTube channel. I don't think my sister has a YouTube channel. About to build a left eject AR with a bullpup. Gonna be sick. Are you left-handed? Do a backflip. I can't do a backflip. I can't do a backflip in this room. EDC my Glock 45 with the Holosun and a Streamlight. Perfect for EDC. Yeah, I haven't really carried the Glock 45 in a while, but I did carry that for a long time. Honestly, the Ruger RXM would be another good carry, especially with that Sharps Bros grip module. That'd be a pretty good carry, but I don't know if I trust the Ruger over the Glock, if that makes sense. Ammo Alchemist. Well. Oh, ammo. Get with me. I don't know if you got the money for those patches yet, but that dude like sent me another invoice, so I think he was like nudging me or whatever. If you don't have the money, no big deal. We can wait, but he was wanting to get those patches ordered, I guess. I don't know. If not, just let me know, and I'll just tell him to hold off, but yeah. You ready? Price, I don't know. I have a Republic Arms Patriot 45. AK-47. Word. Yeah, ammo, don't worry about it if you don't got it, but if you do got it and you want them, I'll let him know and we can get going on that. Because I had to wait too, honestly, because I just got paid Friday, so I wanted to make sure I had the money to cover it in case you wanted to get those patches. TX22. Yes, I have a TX22. One-handed bills. Hang on a minute. There's a TX22 competition with FRT. There's a Gen 2 TX22 with FRT. Blind in my right eye, one armed. I have my right arm only. Oh my gosh. So I shoulder left and shoot with my right. Still a solid shot. My son is actually blind in his right eye, and he's right-handed. So he has to shoot lefty. How much do you spend on all those? I have no idea. 548 is... Oh, the number of likes. Yeah, the Gunwall stream, the first time I did it, I bet this one has more views than the original first time I did the Gunwall stream, but that one got like 50K views. There's definitely been more people in this stream than there has that other one, so that's pretty crazy. Give me a blue wrench. I got your back, brother. Me and Ammo Alchemist. Ha. I got a bunch of blue wrenchers, actually. I haven't gone live in a long time. I haven't gone live in a really long time, actually. Let me check these super chats. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody because the chat was going crazy for a second there, and I missed a couple. We got Carolina, Jamie Davis. All right, I think we got him. Kenny, Chris. Okay, yeah, got them all. All right. The super chat's kind of... YouTube takes like almost half of the super chat money, so it's really not even worth doing. But yeah, I tell people not to super chat because it's YouTube takes half of it. Never return evil for evil. Tim Farmer, formerly Kentucky, has one working arm. Worth anyone watching how he shoots, casts, so on. Oh, I think I've seen that guy. I think I know what you're talking about. Can you shoot at home or you gotta go to the range? Yeah, I have to go to the range, unfortunately. I'm working on getting some land. I just, every time I go to look at some land, it's always like not a good deal or it's not a good area. So I've been looking for the right spot. How much for Glock 19? I don't know. I don't sell any guns. If this is his locker, my dude gets ready for apocalypse. Do you hunt with those rifles? I hunt with a bolt action. It's in the safe in there. I'm not getting it out, but it's like a Walmart bolt action 30-06. Where's your ammo at? Some of it is in that safe, and then some of it's upstairs. What do you have? CZ is quality. I had a CZ75B retro, but I got rid of that. I traded a couple guns in to get my Desert Eagle. Show us the safe. Land is super. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Land is so expensive. It's not even worth buying right now, especially with how high interest rates are. And that's not even including like building a house on it. I would be if I were to buy property, like at least 20 acres plus building a house, it'd be like almost over $500,000. And that's just the loan, like paying interest on the loan. You'd be over $1 million by the time you paid it all off. I just wish I had a rich family member that that would give me something as an inheritance. What's your favorite firearm? I really like the Uzi or the High Point. Between those two. I don't have a revolver. Never been laid, have you? I actually have 3 kids and I'm married, so I think I have been, actually. 20 acres, where you at? No, I'm not saying 20 acres, $500,000. Land around here is like minimum 2,000, maximum 5,000 to 7,000, but I would never pay that much. I'm trying to find a spot of land that's $2,000 an acre, preferably 20 or more. Really? Why do you rock the Uzi? I really like the Uzi. It's I like the wood, and I'm getting a wood handguard for it as well. So it's going to be all wood. I just like the look of it. It's so cool, especially with the suppressor on it. As far as like practical, my favorite practical gun, probably the HK416 clone, but it is a little bit heavy. I really like this 16-inch Adams Arms P2. This one's cool too, the green and Wooks. Really like that Wooks furniture on the green anodized build. Holy crap, man, you're ready. Yeah. Bro acting like he ain't rich. I'm really not rich. I'm financially irresponsible. My wife's calling me again. Hello? All right, I'm back. You're not rich. What is the monetary value of this collection? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. If I added it all up, I could tell you, but I don't know off the top of my head. Do you have a SIG? No, I don't have a SIG. SG50. Any gun that you regret buying or had high hopes for? Yes, I'll tell you. The High Point, I honestly don't regret it because it was super cheap and I made more money than the gun is worth from YouTube videos from it. Something I do regret buying though is, let me think. Honestly, probably this Desert Tech Wolverine. Not that it's not cool, but like when the very first time I shot it, the muzzle brake came loose, which sucks. And I don't like the handguard. They do have like different handguards for them, but they're kind of expensive. The other thing, I mean, I probably wouldn't get rid of it, but the Desert Eagle was another like super expensive purchase that I probably shouldn't have bought. And everything else, I mean, I could definitely go without most of this crap. I could probably be fine with like a couple pistols and a couple rifles, but then I wouldn't have a variety selection like this to show on the channel. So yeah, any 2011s? I have two 2011s, not really. 2011 trademarked by Staccato, I believe. So this is a double stack 1911, chambered at 9mm. Takes Glock mags too. Stealth Arms Platypus. And then the Fusion Firearms XP Pro also takes Glock mags. And I wouldn't consider this, well, this is a double stack 1911, but it's a 22 TCM. So I guess you can kind of consider it a quote unquote 2011. But yeah. And then somebody asked about the high point. Honestly, the high point is not bad. It's just ugly. Uh-oh, the dog's at the door. Do you ever shoot a Tommy gun? I have an annoying neighbor with a dog. Any recommendations? No. I have an annoying neighbor with a dog too, and my dogs fight with him back and forth. But there's a Tommy gun. Beretta. I got a couple Berettas. I have the Beretta 96. That's a 40 caliber. I have the Beretta M9, or not the M9, the 92 FS. It's a 9mm. And in here, I have two Berettas. Two Berettas. Not touching the guns, YouTube. Just opening the box. Can't touch guns on live stream. Beretta Tomcat and Bobcat. One is a 32 ACP. That green one's a 32 ACP. And then that's a 22. Is that an MDRX? No, it's a Desert Tech Wolverine. It's the upgraded model of the MDRX. Dude, my phone's going crazy today. Hang on a minute. All right, I'm back. Favorite gun out of your collection? Probably the Uzi or the High Point, or the HK 416 clone, or this 9mm integrally suppressed is pretty cool. All of these, I can't pick a favorite. Everyone always asks, what's your favorite? But I can't really pick a favorite. Everybody like the stream if you can. All you have to do is tap twice on the screen or click the little three dots in the top right and click the like button. This is the helmet. Somebody wanted to see the helmet up close. It's a Kevlar helmet, I think. It's like level 3A, like a standard ballistic helmet. I've got the genuine 3M mounts, and then I have these headphones, which one of them broke. I need to get some new headphones. Do you have Peltor Comtacs? No, those are crazy expensive. Crazy expensive for just some ear protection. Honestly, here lately, I've just been wearing the orange earplugs. So yeah. Most underrated gun. Something underrated. Somebody asked that earlier. I forgot what I said. I don't know. I don't remember what I responded with. I'm just gonna say the High Point. Everyone always asks, "What's your favorite gun? What's anything other?" I always give them the high point. Honestly, this is probably the most underrated. The Bolt Action 300 Blackout. Really like this. Everyone hates on this thing, but I love it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. What kind of speakers on those headphones? They're just like headphones. They don't have any speakers or anything. Do you have a 50 cal? Yes, I have a Desert Eagle 50 cal. You have a 1911? Yes, I have a few 1911s. There's a Desert Eagle. These are 1911s. They take Glock mags and they're 9mm. And I have a couple 45 1911s in this safe. Do you have a Glock? Yes, I have 3. Glock 19, Glock 40, super long barrel, biggest Glock they make, and Glock 34. And some like clones. I got the Ruger RXM. I got a Glock 19 upstairs, and these are both clones as well. I stay with 4 calibers. Yeah, I tend to keep everything either 9mm, 5.56, 308, 22, 12 gauge, and I only have a couple 300 blackouts, but I do like shooting 300 blackout a lot. But other than that, I don't like get 5.7 or anything like that. And I'm getting another phone call. Hang on. Hello. All right, I'm back. Somebody asked, is that a Chris Vector? Yes, it is a Chris Vector. Any inspiration from John Wick? No, I've honestly never seen any John Wick movie. Alexa, we need guns, lots of guns. Is that a RC2? I don't know what that is, so no. You have any 50 calibers? Yes. I have a Desert Eagle 50 caliber. Right there. Everyone's seen it. I'll show it again. Any shotguns? Most of my shotguns are in that safe. And I have one shotgun on display here. Shout out to HoldUp Displays. This is a Beretta 1301. It's my favorite shotgun ever. And that is a Vector. That is a Vector. Chris Vector. Gen 2.1. No big deal. You have any shotgun, Joseph Bourne and Sons old shotguns? No, I don't know what that is. No. What would be the best rifle? RC2 is, hold on. Surefire SOCOM RC2 suppressor? No, I don't have a Surefire SOCOM RC2 suppressor. I will show you the suppressors that I have out. This is a Stealth Additive Works Ekron 30. Really cool. The internal geometry is crazy on this thing, and then that's the ported end. This is a Double R Weapons Ventus 9mm, rifle rated. This is a Double R Weapons Ventus 5.56. Super strong material on these, honestly. I don't have any other suppressors out at the moment. I think they are all in that box, which I'm not sure if you can touch suppressors on live stream, and I don't want to risk it. So, yeah. I've got a few others, though. What do you have for 600? I don't sell anything, so I don't know. What do I recommend for a $600 price point? Probably like a PSA budget build, honestly. Like my first AR was a PSA. Some people don't like PSA. I've never had any problems with PSA, so I don't know. Get what you want. Get what you think's going to be good, what you can afford. What would be the best rifle for a beginner? A beginner of somebody who's never shot any guns before? Probably a 22. A Ruger 1022 is probably something most people can get used to. It's semi-auto. It holds 10 rounds. If you want to go even before that, like a beginner child, I would say a bolt action, like a Savage Rascal or a Cricket. It's bolt action, but there's no magazine. So it's just one round. You throw it in the chamber and that's it. That's what I got for my son. For sale, no. PSA is good stuff. Yeah, they're not bad. They're definitely way better than they used to be. But yeah, they have really good prices on stuff. If you could keep one rifle and one handgun, which would you choose? Ooh, that is a mind-bender question. Oh, my wife's home. I heard the baby crying. I was like, oh, I don't know. Should I jump off of here? But my she just got back. Definitely not the high point. Yeah, that's like talking about which is your favorite child. I don't know. I really have been liking this Adams Arms P2. It's piston driven, 16-inch barrel. Preferably, I would take one of these in a 10.5-inch to 12.5-inch barrel. I think they maybe make an 11.5-inch. But I would take one in that barrel length with a suppressor. I think that would be the ideal. This is pretty much what I just described. This Brownell's BRN4. Both of these are piston driven. This is a 10.5-inch barrel, or 10.4-inch. Yeah, I feel like anything 16-inch for all purpose is just almost too long if you're going to be running it suppressed. Now, obviously, if you chop the barrel down to 10 or 11 or 12 inches, you're going to be losing a lot of mid-range options, but I don't know. I guess it don't matter much. The Uzi is beautiful. It's going to be even more beautiful once I get that wood handguard to match the wood furniture. It's going to be really cool. I don't have any G3s. I want to get a G3. There's so many things that I still want to get, but I can't get everything all at once, which sucks. This is bait to get people to share data so Palantir can S. Well, this isn't bait, but I'm sure they're already doing that, so there's nothing you can do to stop it, honestly. How much was the whole collection? I have no idea. Do you have a Marlin 3030? Did they ever make wood front handguards for the Uzi? This guy called Salaxon, he's on Instagram. He made the grip, and he's making the handguard. They made the wood stocks, but the handguard is a different story. And that guy Salaxon on Instagram, I don't know how to spell it, honestly. I think you just spell it just like it sounds. But there's a Marlin, and there's a Marlin. That one's a 30-30, and that one's a 44 Magna, or 444 Marlin. Do you have any shotguns? I do have shotguns, but they're all in this safe. And the only shotgun I have out right now is the Beretta 1301 Tactical, my very favorite shotgun in the whole wide world. United States are the best country in the world. What about a Mark 23 or USP? There's got to be something from HK here. Nope, unfortunately not. I want to get an MP5, but I don't have one yet. Do you have a Desert Eagle? Yes, I do have a Desert Eagle. Do you want to add a vintage gun from World War II Japan? That would be cool. I could have gotten one. They had one at the local gun store. But the thing is, ammo, I would never shoot it. And I don't know. Some guns I have that I don't shoot that much, but I would still at least like to shoot it a little bit. I don't know. Depending on what it was. But yeah, it was like an Arasaka or something, 6.5. Some like really old ammo that it's harder to find. You can still get it, but it's harder to find. What do you have all these guns for? I just collect them, and I have a YouTube channel that I shoot guns on. So yeah. Is this your personal collection? Yes. Bert from Trimmers. Somebody else mentioned that. Trimmers. I didn't know what that was. No ammo, just an old gun. Yeah. No joke, I have a 40 cal Desert Eagle. That's the easiest gun to shoot for me. I think they have like a baby Desert Eagle. I almost bought one. It was 9mm. MP5 was the first fully auto I shot as a kid. I really want to get an MP5 or at least like a Century Arms AP5. But my wife saw me looking at them online the other day, and she was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing," and then I had to turn it off. Do you like the front racking AR? I actually do like it. It's been out of the rotation for a while just because I've gotten a bunch of new stuff, but I definitely love this thing, and I'm definitely going to take it out a lot more. Is this legal? Yes. Trimmers the movie. Never heard of it. Somebody else mentioned a quote from that movie in the chat earlier. Hey bro, do you have 2 grenades? No, I don't have any grenades. I do have a 37mm flare launcher. That would probably be great for animal control. That's actually what they're used for. Brap, brap, always double tap that tyrannical algorithm. Yeah, everybody double tap the screen, touch the screen 2 times with your finger or any appendage on your body. Is that a vector? Yes, that is a vector. It's the most unique vector on YouTube. It's taken apart right now. It's missing the bolt in the recoil assembly. Is that a CZP-10? No, that is a that's the new Rock Island Armory USA, their USA division, the 5.0E. I've got a few videos on that, or a few shorts anyway, on that up on my channel. Recent shorts. Is this your personal collection or a store? This is a personal collection. What was a rough estimation of your collections? I need to figure out that number because that's like one of the most asked questions and I don't know it. I don't know how much all this would cost. Is this your house? Yes. Do you hunt? If so, what's your go-to rifle? I have a 30-06, like a Walmart Mossberg 30-06 that I use. It's light and it gets the job done. I would like to get maybe a different stock for the 6.5 PRC and take that out and do some long range hunting with it. But for now, something light. I also use these, honestly, 300 blackout for alternative methods season inside of like 25 or 50 yards. Perfect. 8.6 blackout. I really want to take that out this year. I think that would be fun too. So you have a machine gun license to get a vector? It's semi-auto. You don't need one. Somebody said you got a 50 cal. I do have a 50 cal. That's actually not a Q fix, and I'll get back to that. I wanted to show the Desert Eagle for the 30th time this stream. I need to actually just put it up on the wall. Maybe I'll do that later. So these are not the Q. This is I'll show you. Uinta. UINTAH Precision. 300 blackout, 8-inch barrel. It's like the Q mini fix at home. I was the one to pioneer this.
I'm the one who came up. I didn't come up with it, but I'm the one who made this thing popular. And then I met up with these guys at SHOT Show because I bought this 300 Blackout, did the custom paint job and everything. It used to be white. I saw these guys at SHOT Show, and then we got to talking. They sent out this. They basically gave me a choice, like whatever I wanted. I was like, I want the big brother to the 300. I want the 8.6. So I got the 8.6 Blackout, and then as an homage to Q, I did put the Cherry Bomb and the Cherry Bomb XL on there. And yeah, the 8.6 is a lot more powerful than the 300. So I really want to take a deer with the 8.6. I think that would be cool. Notification. You're getting blocked because you came in here last time and scared me. Put this user in timeout for 100 years. That camo handgun a high point? Yes. It's the M81 version. You can get these already camoed. Pretty cool. $86,000 seconds notification. You're timed out for 86,000 seconds. How much do you think all those guns cost altogether? I have no idea. It's got to be close. Probably over $100,000 if I had to guess, but I haven't added it up, so I don't honestly know. Somewhere in the ballpark. What's the best entry-level EDC gun? Honestly, for the price, the Ruger RXM is a very good pistol. Otherwise, probably like a Glock. Glocks are just kind of basic, but the Ruger RXM is a good price, and it's basically a Glock. Can you time me out also? No, I'm not going to time you out. I'm going to make you mod, Eric. Eruk. Or Ura. Well, I don't even know how to say your name. EURK. How does owning a gun feel? Pretty cool. FN family? I don't have any FNs. I did have an FN 5.7, but I got rid of it because I don't really like 5.7. With so many, I assume you ultrasonic clean them, not old school. Man, that would take a while. Yeah, I have an ultrasonic cleaner. I don't use it that much. I use it to clean my suppressors. That's about it, which is very rare that I do that anyway. Do you have any World War II German weapons? No. What is that weird thing with the wood stock? That is a Uzi. That Mark 18. Hold on. That a Mark 18 over there in the classic config? No, I don't have a Mark 18. Are you talking about this? This is like my own Car 15 build. It's pretty cool. I like it. I don't like how short the stock is. Other than that, I like it. Do you have a Choice G3? No, I don't have one of those. Do you have any Star Wars guns? No. The Vector's. The Vector's not in Star Wars, but it's kind of like a space gun. Are you in Texas? No. Couldn't find any Colaxin or whatever his name was. HK416. This is a clone. It's called the Brownells BRN4. It's like a HK416 clone. Dude has been answering what he has on that wall for hours. For 4 hours? No way it's been that long. It's been 129 minutes. That's like 2 hours and 10 minutes. I might have to... The chat's popping off, though. I don't know. I can't get off now. I do need to get another drink, though. I'm going to have to set you guys down so I can take a sip. Feel free to ask questions. And I'll sit here and read the chat. Do you feel like guns might be a problem in the USA? For some people. Not me personally. Do you have 223 rounds? Yes. When it all goes, can I come over for something? Probably. If you're close, I'll let you have something. What pistol? Oh, let me see. What did that say? What pistol is to the right of the M9? That that's the safe moving back and forth. I'm leaning up against the safe. What's to the right of the M9? That is a Rock Island TCM Premium. It's a 22 TCM 1911. It's pretty cool. I like it. What is the green pistol? The High Point? Surely you can't be talking about the High Point. The green pistol, the Stealth Arms Platypus. It's a 9mm double stack 1911, and it takes Glock mags. The really cool thing about these is you can customize every single piece, as you can see. I tried to make it the channel colors, green and gold, and then everyone says it looks like a John Deere. So it is now the John Deere. That's wicked. Any SKS? No. Do you have any 5 or 6 magnifiers? No. Most expensive gun, probably the Desert Tech Wolverine with the ACOG on it. Are those illegal? No. G.I. Joe. I'm G.I. Jose. Wouldn't want to get in an argument with this dude. I'm actually, I'm not a violent person. I don't really pick fights with anybody. Trying to have a collection like this for real. Well, if you do, you're going to need a HoldUp display wall. Shout out to HoldUp Displays. Hold up your display with HoldUp Displays. All right, guys, I had to do that little ad read. Little HoldUp Displays ad read. This whole time you guys are watching a stream and it's just been an ad for HoldUp Displays. I'm just joking. But I am very grateful that they provided this wall for me to use. Tommy. Yes, there is a Tommy gun. It's... Move the kitty chair out of the way. Thompson. Auto Ordnance 1927A1. The Donald Trump edition. Which I don't really like Donald Trump that much. Especially now, but... yeah, it's like a collector's thing. Eventually, it'll be worth money, I feel like. Hopefully. Hopefully it'll be worth more money. I don't know. Depending on which side politically you're on. Maybe you would pay for it, pay a lot more for it, or maybe you wouldn't. But I'm not selling anything. I don't sell any guns. I've made that clear. What do we got? Brap, brap, double tap that algorithm. All right, guys, double tap. We need to get to 1,000 likes this stream. There's 347 people in here. Maybe some of you guys already liked. But if those of you guys who haven't liked the stream, somebody just double tapped and a like went away. So whoever just did that, double tap again. Subscribe. If you guys like guns and gun videos, subscribe. You don't have to unless you guys are interested in seeing all these guns being shot and stuff like that. If there's any guns you want me to shoot more of, let me know, and I'll do that. Unfortunately, the big problem I'm facing right now is deer season starts tomorrow, which I should have went to the range today. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. And I say the range is just public land. So yeah, if I go to a public land spot during deer season, that's not allowed. So I have to go to a public range, like an actual range, instead of just like in the woods. Deer season doesn't start until, well, bow season starts tomorrow, okay? So bow season runs all the way up until rifle season, and then rifle season is like 2 weeks, and then bow season starts back up immediately after that, all the way until January. So it's like from tomorrow until January, I can't just go out into my local public land spot and shoot. I have to wait until January, or I have to find somebody with private land, or I have to, and a lot of people don't want you shooting on their private land during deer season because they hunt. So you don't want to scare all the deer off, which sucks. I do have a couple public range spots that I can go to. It just sucks though. Between September and January, it just sucks for me anyway. Until I get my own land, which will be hopefully soon. Then I'll do whatever I want. I have 18 guns. Living in Texas without saying you live in Texas. I actually don't live in Texas. I've never been to Texas. How much ammo do you generally keep? I like to have multiple thousands of rounds. Typically, because I shoot a lot, I probably go through like over 1,000 rounds a month of any given well, not any given caliber, but like the most two expenses is 9mm and 5.56, and between both of those, I probably go through about 1,000 rounds each a month. But thankfully, we just got an ammo sponsor. Shout out to HSL Ammo, hooking us up with some ammo. I'm from Wyoming. When men are men and sheep are scared. I love Texas. I'm married to Texas as a Californian. Do you prefer arch? Oh, somebody asked if I had any bows. There's 2 crossbows over there. A Raven R500 and a Raven R15. I have another crossbow, but it's super old. How much is the AK-47? The PSA AKs. I'm not a gun store, by the way. I don't know if I already said that a million times on the stream. I'm not a gun store. The PSA AKs, I don't know. Probably you can find one reasonably around $600 or $700, I would say. I think I paid like six or $7 for it. I don't know. Do you have Belgian weapons like the P90? No, I don't like 5.7. I had a couple 5.7s and I got rid of them. Somebody says, I spy a M14. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's actually a M1A, Springfield M1A. Are you a gunsmith by chance? No. I was going to say, you probably have an ammo sponsor if you're not reloading. Yeah, I literally just got an ammo sponsor. So previously to that, I was buying all my own ammo. And I still buy a lot of my own ammo. But they were gracious enough. HSL was gracious enough to supply me with a decent amount of ammo. Name a car for an edit. Why do all you kids do that? M1A is automatic. No, M14 is technically select fire 308, but an M1A is semi-automatic. Kind of similar how the M16 and the AR-15, basically the same thing, but one of them's full auto or select fire. Can I buy one below the desk? I don't sell any below the desk. I don't sell anything at all. Because I need a car name. A Honda Civic. What's your favorite lever action? I really like... if I had a suppressor for it, it would be my favorite. But that Taurus... Or not Taurus. The Rossi. The Rossi R92. It's got a threaded barrel 44 Magnum. That would be cool. I really like the Marlin 3030. We used to have a gold or brass frame Henry 44 Magnum, which was cool. Yes, that is a Garand. Somebody asked about that. I got the Garand and the M1A right next to each other, and the Thompson and the Mosin. Kind of the historical, even though these two are not. These are like reproductions, I guess. Do you have any revolvers? No. My SBR 300 blackout with a binary. Yeah, 300 blackout's pretty expensive. The only like reliable 300 blackout I have is this bolt action. I do have another 300 blackout build in the works. I don't shoot 300 blackout as much, but once I get this other build up and going, I probably will. You need more revolvers? Yeah, I want a Colt Anaconda. That's about the only revolver that I would spend a lot of money on. Any Mini 14 or Mini 30? I have 2 Mini 14s. I want to get a 300 blackout Mini 14. Got a stainless Mini 14. Believe it's a 583. And then a 581 Mini 14 with the wood stock. Just costs too much to shoot. Yeah, I know. It's so expensive. I want a bullpup so badly. They're kind of uncomfortable. If you get a bullpup, you got to get something that's like has ambi controls. Like this Desert Tech Wolverine, it's got a mag release here and then one right on the other side. The safety is right there, just kind of like an AR. And then your bolt release is all the way back here. Or you could just pull back on the charging handle. And then this is also a mag release. Who is not from the USA here? We don't have anything to hunt in California, but people... Hold on, what? But people, why we don't get deer hunting season? There's no deer in California? I kind of find that hard to believe. It's such a big state. They probably just don't want you... I don't know. I feel like definitely Northern California towards Oregon, there's probably a lot of deer. And are those all yours? Yes. Canada? No. I mean, who is watching from outside the USA? I have no idea. I just carry a Beretta 21A. I have one of those. I bet you know what the end of every barrel in that room tastes like. Not all of them. There's a bunch of deer and wild pigs in the USA. Yes, definitely. A lot of mule deer out west. Yeah. Tavor, Galil. I want to get a Galil. That's not a Tavor. It's a Desert Tech Wolverine. It's 308 bullpup. 454 Kasul. No, I don't have one of those. What's the oldest gun you have? The Mosin Nagant, 1942. Russian. 3-digit serial number. What are you doing with them? They're just sitting here, not harming anybody. Weird how that works. I know I was asking if you had a Tavor. No, I don't have a Tavor. A lot of people think that's a Tavor because it's a bullpup, but it's not. Galil is on my list. Yeah, the Galil's on my list too. I want like an OG Galil, not the new one. I want to get an OG Galil. Is that what you're talking about? The Wookie Whacker with the Wooks furniture? I really like this thing. The green and the wood goes pretty well together. My guns were stolen. Can you help me find who to call to get my serial numbers? Whatever gun store you bought them from would be the good place to start. They would have some kind of record of the guns you purchased. Might take them a bit to find them, but they should have all the 4473s. Bro, it's pretty dangerous to show this on the internet. Who's gonna... Any of you guys in the chat are gonna come try to take this stuff from me? I don't think so. I'm in Puerto Rico, and most people here only buy weapons for self-defense. Yeah. Hold on. Too long ago, stores are out of business. When a gun store goes out of business, all the Background check forms go to the ATF, I think, or the FBI. I'm not sure which one. Probably the ATF. And they have those stored. I think they're supposed to be stored on like a microfilm. You could definitely like reach out and try to find it. It may take a long time for them to actually do their job. But that is one way you could do that. Yeah, 4473s go to the ATF when a gun store closes. Can you really not touch them? Yeah, you can't touch them on live stream. They don't want you accidentally doing something that they would not want to be shown on a live stream. So you can't touch them. I'm just showing them. Beretta M9A3 or PX4? I don't like the way the PX4 shoots, or not shoots, looks, but I hear people say they shoot really well. I do have a Beretta 92 FS up there. And a 96. Sell me guns. I can't sell any guns. I don't sell guns, I just buy them. Bunch of idiots everywhere. Can you say this 10 times fast? Red glue gun, blue glue gun. No, I can't. YouTube is really going hard. Well, that's been like that for a while. Yeah. I understand why they don't want you doing that. Because, like, if you do, like, if I were to pick up one of these guns, the live stream would end within probably, like, less than 5 minutes. Their algorithm's, like, pretty good on picking that up, but that's why we don't touch any of them on live stream, because we don't want them to kill the live stream. Trump hearts Epstein? Probably. Probably. Most likely, even. I would go as far as to say most likely. Alpha, Kilo, check me out. We are FFL Class 2. Okay. Which gun is best for self-defense? Anything that works when you want it to work. Show us some World War II guns. Well, I really only have, other than a 1911, which is in the safe, the Mosin. The Mosin Nagant is a World War II gun, Russia. The Thompson, not in this configuration, is a World War II gun. It would have had a shorter barrel, probably not the receiver that takes the drum. And then the M1 Garand, World War II gun. And then 1911s, but those are in the safe, in a case. I can hear the ting. Yeah, I wish I could. Let me see. Let me see. I may have some in-block clips somewhere that I can throw on the ground. Oh, man. All right. Everyone, if you want me to get the M1 Grand in-block clips and throw them on the ground to hear the ting, the ping, like this, subscribe if you would like to keep seeing gun videos and gun live streams. If you don't, then don't subscribe. But I will have to do some rigging real quick. I'll show you why. Last time we were here, this battery was barely hanging on this connector, and one of the wires was already disconnected. Now both of the wires are disconnected, so I'm gonna have to like connect both the wires to the battery and then type in the code and turn the handle before I take the battery off. So if I can do this and I can get into the ammo box to get the M1 Garand in-block clips, I will do that, and we can throw them on the ground and make the pinging noise. Let me just give you guys a little POV shot. All right, let me see if I can do this. I really hope I can. If you guys hear the beeps, put W's in the chat. I got it. I cracked the code. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Chat. W's in the chat. W. All right. I got it. The end block clip. Get ready for it. Everyone quiet, please. Is that satisfying or what? All right, let's get another one. All right. Take the M1 Garand off camera. I don't even want to risk that. I feel like that's cheating the rules. I don't want to get in trouble. It's ringing into people's ancestors. M1 Garand. Do you have any plans to add the new Steyr? I've never heard of those. Maybe I'll look into them. Hang on a minute. What?
A Mickey Mouse.
A Mickey Mouse battery?
It's a Mickey Mouse plushie.
All right.
I need to see if it works.
All right, I'll be done in a minute. All right,
Okay.
chat.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to get off here. The wife's got the belt out, and I have some chores to do, so. Everyone, if you like the stream and you haven't liked it, if you already liked it, don't double tap again because your like will be removed. But if you did like the stream and you want to like it, you have to double tap. You can't click those little emojis down there because it won't work. Double tap the screen and subscribe if you want to. If not, that's fine too. And have a good one, everyone. I have to go. My wife's got the belt. She's about to hit me right now. So I'll give you one last M1 Garand ping. And we'll see you guys in the next one.